What's up, guys? Ali the Bearded Ninja here. We're going to do a little review of the 3 stages of the first ever BNLA Ninja competition, the British Ninja League Association, the first ever one. Going to be awesome for the UK scene. Get yourself onto thebnla.com to get yourself registered, or if you want to get your gym signed up to it, get involved, guys. So the courses were awesome. Stage 1 was a speed round. As you can see, we've battered through the kind of more balancey part of it. Straight in the wing nuts. We're looking at multiple choices on these for points, so you can have harder versions of the obstacle to get more points, or pick the easier version. This was the first round in the day, so I'm kind of sitting here thinking, okay, I think we should maybe push a little bit. We're at such a fine line amongst the kind of higher end athletes, and 1 point can make all the difference. So I went full send on this one. Now, it was literally 10 months, near enough to that weekend, since I snapped my Achilles at Henry's gym, at this very gym, doing the mega wall after a long day competing, and there was a bit daunting to it. At this point here, I was thinking about, do I go for the mega wall or not? Watch my face. I thought about it, and of course I had to go for it. The big wall was worth 3 points, the smaller one to the bar 2, and the lower one was 1. Got the fastest time there. Now stage 2, the technical round, definitely much more technical. Those steps have been widened. I decided to pick this one here, the slackline. You could go the full length for 3 points, or break it up at 1 point each, 1 point to the box and 1 point after. I decided to just go for the 1 point. I kind of forgot that I had a reset. You get a reset on the first 2 stages, i.e. you can do the obstacle again. And I didn't really think too much about it, but I was happy enough with that, to be honest, and get the 2 for it. We're straight into monkey bars, into more balance, quite a heavy leg dominated first half, and then the second half is the opposite. The great thing about this is it was technical and a lot of skills. For example, this one here, I guess you could call it the ring hook. Very tricky. I've done this on the show multiple times, but kind of different when you've got the launch and you've got a precise peg, like to put the third peg up there to land it on. And we're going in again, a lot upper body, going at the ropes. One of the things people struggle with a lot, building momentum from a kind of static position on a movable object, because it kind of saps your energy. Straight into the lache. You weren't allowed to stop at the bar in between here, you just had to continue, so you want to move on nice and fast. I hadn't really seen anybody do this one before, so I wasn't too sure about this one here. That it did slide, so I decided to adjust it. The camera angle doesn't really show, but it's quite a big gap up to there from that low handle up. To the box, we're cleared. We're going for the mega wall again for the 3 points. Again, think I got the fastest time, I'm not too sure. But only dropped 1 point in this, feeling good. Now, impossible round, stage 3. It's called the impossible round for a good reason. You're sapped. We've all been playing around on the obstacles all day as well. It's a good fun atmosphere, so you can't help yourself. You want to play. Plus, you're obviously competing. So you're straight in with the low rings, which a lot of people found tricky. They were quite far apart. Again, the camera really didn't show that. And then locking key on the devil's stairs, so like a double whammy obstacle. You had to finish with the last 2 in there. Really solid, cold but quite heavy metal handles, nice and cooling on the hands though. Transfer to this block, and then you're looking at the rolling log on coasters, and you had to jump from there. It was quite a big gap. You had to land straight to the metal bar. I wasn't sure how to take this at first. I was thinking potentially go low, but you know what, just decided to go full send. We had to traverse around the outside. Now again, fairly technical, but a lot more upper body grueling. Because of the stop-start nature of these courses, although you compete for quite small periods of time, you do build up a lot of lactic acid and you seize up in between. So it's actually much harder continuously doing it, because you're stop and start and your body seizes up. Now, for some reason, I normally have a game plan for every obstacle, but actually I'd kind of not really thought much past the slack line, because I thought in my head, I'm not going to get past it. I'll just sack it. I do a lot of slack line, to be honest, but during comps I don't always do as good with them. But got past it, nice and controlled, absolute firing off here, just trying to get moving. One of the things I really need to work on is taking time. I'm always going for speed, always moving, So right now, a lot of quick movements on the shoulders and the wrists, really sapping. That's multiple movements we've done now where it's been quite high impact on the arms, quite high impact on the wrists. Forearms are burning out. You're starting to kind of feel that pump going. This is the first time I realised actually I need to slow down. There wasn't a time limit. The other round, the speed round, had a time limit. Very quick one, obviously being the speed round. The second one was a bit slower, but still had a time limit. This one here didn't, so I should have really slowed it. Now, I've seen Martin do this one before. He jumped and he kind of almost grabbed the far side. It was a better technique than I was initially going to do, so I decided to go for this one. Now, in our comp's incidental touch, i.e. here, my feet just skiff the mat. It doesn't really matter. Unfortunately, what it did do slowed me right down on the momentum. Now here, earlier with a bag, I'd managed to get my legs straight too, and for some reason I hadn't really thought about what I was doing, and I totally forgot the fact that I wasn't going to be able to reach it with my legs. It wasn't a leg obstacle, and yeah, that actually sapped so much more energy, precious time on my hands than I needed. And again here, I'm starting to get that fuzz, not paying too much attention. My J-wrap was slipping out. I wasn't really locking it in properly. Although I shook it off, again, wasn't paying attention. I had to transfer to the salmon ladder on the left side here, but now I've realised I have to get to the nunchuck, but I'm facing the wrong way, and just slipped out, and that was that. So there was a couple more obstacles to go after that. Martin got slightly further, he got like another obstacle past that, but my points in total managed to pull off the win. Martin Bamber coming third there, and Retro Dino coming second. And there's Henry presenting the BNLA first ever comp. Absolute awesome, stoked for the win, really good to be back. Thanks for watching guys, hit that sub.